Hi guys, this is Miss Walker, and today I thought it would be fun to make lunch together. So this will kind of be like cooking class. We will put together a recipe and I will send it to you guys to follow if you would like to make it at home. But I thought you would like to see a video of me making pasta and sauce today. So what we're gonna start with is a can of tomato sauce. You can pick any kind of sauce that you'd like. A pan or pot to put our pasta into, and then any kind of pasta that you would like. Today I'm using tortellini, but you could use spaghetti or penne or any type of pasta that you might have at your house. So our first step is to get our water into the pan. So I like to fill it up, not all the way because it will boil and go over. So I will fill it about 3/4 of the way. And then I will move it to the stove. So for this step, you might need a parent to help you with this because stoves are hot. And remember, we want to be safe when we're in the kitchen. So I'm gonna turn the stove to high and put the water on the burner. So next, I'm going to take some salt and I'm going to pour some salt into my water. This just makes the pasta taste a little better. It's something that a lot of people do, but you don't have to do this if you don't want to. It just tends to help a little bit. So now we're gonna wait for our water to boil. So we remember from our cooking classes that when water boils, that means it's bubbling. So here you'll see the water's starting to boil. It's bubbling a little bit, but now it's really bubbling. So that means it's time to put our pasta in. So we're gonna take our pasta and very carefully pour it into the pot. This is something that you'll also want some help from your parents while doing, because sometimes the water can splash up and you don't want it to burn you. So I'm going to put all of my pasta in the pot and I'm going to look at the package of the pasta. And some packages say how long your pasta needs to cook for. So mine says it will cook in 4 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer for 4 minutes and wait. So when the timer goes off, I will turn off the timer and I will find a strainer for my pasta. So a strainer is a type of kitchen tool that has holes in it so that the water will get out of the pasta mix that you're making, but the pasta will stay there because we don't want to have a watery pasta. That would be more like pasta soup. And that's not what we're making today. So I get my strainer and first I'm going to make sure my stove is turned off because we are going to take the pan off of the stove and we don't want a hot burner sitting there because that is not safe. So then we're going to take the pasta over to the sink where I have already put my strainer. And I'm going to pour the pasta into the strainer and be very careful with this part because the water is still hot and so is the pan. So I'm going to pour that in and then I like to put some cold water on top of it and just kind of swish it around, making sure the pasta gets cooled down because it will be very hot at this point. And then I'm going to put it back into our hot pan. Remember, the pan is still very hot, so be careful. And you could use an oven mitt for this, or just make sure you're only holding the handle of the pan. So next, we're gonna add some sauce. So I will take our sauce and pour it over the pasta, kind of giving enough so that it covers it entirely, but there's not too much. Then I'll get a spoon and I'll stir it all together and make sure all the pasta's covered. And if there is pasta that's not super covered, I'll pour some more sauce in, but I think I did a good job on this one. So then I'm going to move some of my pasta to my plate. So I chose this bowl that is kind of like a mix between a plate and a bowl. That way it's less messy, but you can use any plate or bowl that you would like. And I will scoop it into my plate. So then for an extra added treat, I like to add Parmesan cheese. So I put some sprinkled cheese on top, and you can put as much or as little as you like, or you don't have to add it at all. And then our meal is ready to eat. I can't wait to see what you guys decide to cook. See you next time. Bye.